What's up, everybody? Welcome back to my channel, Real Talk Recovery, where we talk about recovery from addiction and I share my life with you. My name is Nicole and I'm a recovering addict. My sobriety date is July 13th of 2015. And this is my channel. And well, you know what? This is our channel where we talk about recovery from addiction. And I am really excited to talk to you guys about some stuff today. So I was going to talk about we were just going to have like a regular recovery support group meeting, but something happened here on YouTube, and I thought we could talk about it here on my channel. And yeah, so that's what we're going to do. So y'all, we will get started in like 5 minutes. Hey, Kuj. Hey, Corrales. Hey, Sky. Hey, Liz. Well, I saw you on, sorry I didn't answer you back on Instagram last night. I was like, I said hi, and then I was like on a mission to do something else. But I said hi because I've been wondering where you were at, so I'm glad that you're here tonight. So you guys, I'm a really big, like I watch a bunch of YouTube, just so y'all know. I watch prison channels. I watch recovery channels. I watch channels about makeup. I watch drama channels. I mean, I just love watching YouTube. I'm a fan. And so I watch After Prison Show. And so I know you guys watch it too. So we're going to talk about After Prison Show's very own Rabbit and his situation that he has found himself in recently. So, hey, Mama. Hey, Mario. I really, really want to talk to you guys about it. And this is not a hate video. This is not a video to be negative or mean. Like I said in the beginning of this video, I'm a recovering drug addict, okay? I've been sober since July 13th of 2015. I utilize maintenance medication, and I also go to MARA meetings, and I also work in the recovery industry for Dr. B. All you guys all know that. And so I have some suggestions, and I just thought we could talk about it. So what I want to do is I want to wait for you guys to get in here. If y'all don't mind, if you can, please share this video. If you're watching from Facebook, if you could do me a solid and share the video. If you're watching from YouTube and you can share it onto another platform, that would really be awesome. If you could take a second and give this video a thumbs up, that would be really cool too. And if you interact, I love when you guys interact in the comments talking to me. Hey CG, what's up, honey? It is? Okay, hold on, let me see. Maybe it'll get better. I think it's fixing to rain outside, so y'all let me know if it gets better as we go. We have been having the hardest time here on YouTube, haven't we, guys? Let me see. As we go. We have been having the hardest time here on YouTube, haven't we, guys? Yeah, okay. Let me get the link to Facebook. Hold on. Yeah, okay. Let me get the link to Facebook. Hold on. Let me get the link to Facebook. Hold on. Okay, there is the link to Facebook. If you guys want to come over to Facebook, the quality is a lot better and it's not flashing in and out like it is here on YouTube. I don't know what the hell is going on with YouTube, but it has been doing this all week long since last week when we had Dino on. And I'm not the only person that it's doing it to on their live streams. It's happening to other people also. So I don't know if it's a YouTube problem or what, but I know it's not a me problem because I will go live from my cell phone and it does it. I do it from my laptop and it does it. So it's just doing it no matter what. So if you're somebody who is like, whoa, this is driving me insane, don't look at the screen, just listen to my voice, and or come over to Facebook. Okay. All right. So you guys know that I do not like talking about negativity or drama. Like, that's not what I'm about. So this video is not a video to talk shit about Rabbit. This is a video is not a video to talk shit about Joe. This is a video to just discuss recovery. Hey Tim, what's up, babe? This is a video to talk about recovery, and it's a video to talk about what happened with Rabbit. So let me catch y'all up to speed, okay? For those of you guys that are on Facebook that have no idea what I'm talking about, I'm going to catch you up to speed. So here on YouTube, there are different communities, okay? I'm part of the recovery community and the prison community. Now, the way you decide what community you're part of is like what kind of content you make. And so there's a lot of people who make videos just about their prison experience and prison stories and different prison different prison story times, and having people interview about their prison experience. Okay. And then there's people who make videos like I do about recovery from addiction. And then I also share about my experience in prison because I've been to prison also. And then there's people who make videos about, they do commentary videos like Reaction Rookie. Shout out Reaction Rookie. Reaction Rookie does commentary videos where he reacts and tells his opinion about other things that are going on in the internet. Okay. So I have been following After Prison Show since 2015, I think. It's been a while. And Joe heads that channel. His name is Joe Guerrero, and his channel is called After Prison Show. Well, one of the things that he's been doing on his channel is he's been helping other people that are coming out of prison to kind of like re-enter into society, helping them find jobs, and all that kind of different stuff. Okay. So last week, I think it was, Joe had made a video because Rabbit had relapsed, and he was sharing about his relapse and that he needed to find treatment. And so I had made a video talking about it last week about what I thought that Rabbit should do, what my suggestion was. And just so you guys know, my suggestion was that Rabbit should do long-term treatment, 6 months to 1 year. Okay. And just so y'all know, Joe has like over 1 million subscribers. So he's very successful. Like, his channel is a very successful YouTube channel. Like I said, I have been watching his channel ever since I came onto YouTube. So I'm a fan. A lot of people get mad because they're like really protective over the people that they watch. And so like, I'm not talking shit about Joe. Like, I have made several videos about Joe and his channel, and it's never to talk shit, you guys. It's literally just sharing my suggestions on what I think would help somebody that's an addict. That's why I make videos about his channel, is when it has to do with somebody who struggles with addiction. Hey, Kathy. It's like never to talk shit or anything like that. It's literally just to share suggestions on what I think might help that person better their life and help them stay sober. Okay. And for those of you guys that are just coming in, I'm putting the link to the Facebook Live if you guys want to go over to Facebook, because it's not blinking like it is here on YouTube. So back to what I was saying. So today, one of my subscribers had texted me and said, hey, there's a video up about Rabbit. And so I went over there to watch it, and it's literally, the title of the video is Rabbit Didn't Make It 1 Day in the Program. And so I was like, oh, shit. Because here's the thing, you guys. When I see somebody that's struggling with addiction, like, I am like all for helping somebody. Like, I am the biggest cheerleader. Like, I want that person to make it, And so I was cheering for Rabbit. Like, I want him to make it. So the title says Rabbit Didn't Last 1 Day in the Program. Okay. And just so you guys know, there is Joe's channel. If you're interested in subscribing to his channel and you're not already, it's called After Prison Show. And like I said, he does a lot of like good work. He helps people. So, I have nothing bad to say about him. I just think that there could be things that he could do differently to help the people that are struggling with addiction. So that's what we're going to talk about now. So one of the things that I noticed Rabbit said when he got out of detox, because he went into detox, was that the doctor had written him a prescription for Suboxone, but he wasn't going to get that script filled. Okay. And then I saw several people in the comment section saying, oh, it's just trading addictions. And that's where I think that so many people are not understanding. Okay. So listen to me real good. Rabbit is what, in his 50s, late 40s, early 50s, and he has been using drugs for a really long time, obviously, and he is a chronic relapser. A maintenance medication could be something that could help him stabilize and rebuild his life. So right there, the moment he came out of detox, he was already going against what was suggested to him to do. Which right then I was like, oh shit, you know what I mean? He's not listening to what they're telling him to do. So Joe went ahead and helped him find a program to go into, which honestly is a miracle, because with no money and no insurance, it is very hard to find help, you guys, that is free. There are some places that can scholarship you, but it's not easy. You have to literally search to find places that can take you for free. So it was a blessing that he was able to find somewhere for Rabbit to go. Rabbit goes to the program and leaves. And his reason for leaving was they were disrespecting him. This is what I have to say, Rabbit. Baby boy, you've been disrespecting yourself all these years getting high. What you tripping on somebody disrespecting you for? When you are in your active addiction and you have nothing left, you have no car, you have no job, you have no home, and you are going into treatment, suck it up. Suck it up, Buttercup. You just lost the opportunity of a lifetime to truly turn your life around. And when I heard him talking like that and saying they were disrespecting me, it made me realize that, like, he just takes what Joe's doing for him for granted. Now, some of you guys might be saying, well, Nicole, he's going through withdrawal. He's struggling. Nay, 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 my friends. If he had taken Suboxone, he wouldn't be struggling right now. He would be stable by now, and he would be able to actually learn in the program. Okay. Hey Mario, we don't know. We're talking about addiction recovery. So if you're here to bash Joe, go to another channel. Okay. We're not talking about what Joe does in his personal life. Okay. We're talking about recovery from addiction and how this applies to the situation with Real Talk Recovery. I'm a channel about addiction recovery. So we're talking about Rabbit's addiction recovery. We're not talking about taxes and write-offs and what Joe does with his money and his personal time. Okay. So if you can add to the conversation about addiction recovery, you're more than welcome to stay. But if you can't, then don't be here. Okay. Just kick rocks, because this is a conversation we're having to hopefully help somebody else that's in the same situation that Rabbit is finding himself in, and that Joe is finding himself in as somebody who supports Rabbit. Okay. We all have friends, you guys, that could be struggling with active addiction, and we can all find ourselves in the position that Joe is finding himself in with Rabbit. That is his friend, and he wants to help his friend. Okay. And which is totally understandable. Do you know how many people that I have helped out of the kindness of my heart with either finding a place to go, giving them money, paying for their gas? I mean, these are all things that, happens. So, don't, we can't judge Joe for wanting to help his friend. All right. So Rabbit goes into the treatment center, you guys, and he doesn't make it a whole day. And he leaves because they're disrespecting him. And just so you guys know, I'm linking the Facebook channel if you guys want to come over to Facebook, because it's like kind of glitching out, right? It's been glitching out here on YouTube, but on Facebook, it's really, really clear. Okay, so the reason why I'm telling you guys this is because the whole excuse that they were disrespecting me, sometimes when we go into treatment and we're there to get help, there's going to be things that are done that we don't like, right? They're not gonna, it's not going to be like, here, honey, let me make you some steak with some lobster and let me go ahead and like pamper you and give you a massage therapy. I mean, unless you're paying like a lot of money to go to rehab, you're not going to get those that kind of treatment. Okay. You're going to go in there and they're trying to help you to change your behaviors. So if you go into treatment and you're a know-it-all and you don't take direction well, then what's going to happen is they're going to tell you to shut your mouth and take direction, because all your life you have been making decisions that has gotten you to the point where now you're in rehab. Okay, you have been doing this to where now you're having to reach out for help. Okay, hey Holly. So it is much clearer on Facebook, you guys. So let me drop the link again. When we go into treatment, it's not going to be a walk in the park. It's not going to be something where you're just going to kick your heels up and chill out, smoke a cigarette, and have a great time. Okay? This is like life or death. Okay? Um, Here's the thing. Hey, free the Billies. I didn't have to go because of court either when I went to treatment. And I've been to treatment 5 times. Okay? That is why I'm telling you guys, you can go to treatment and change your life and want to change your life. That is why I'm going to say it again. The moment Rabbit came out of treatment and they wrote him a prescription for medically assisted treatment, okay, for Suboxone, and he said, I'm not filling my prescription, right there, he made a bad decision because he is a chronic relapser. He is somebody who obviously cannot take direction or suggestions. And so getting on Suboxone would have probably saved his ass. If he had gotten on Suboxone, he probably wouldn't have left the treatment center because he wouldn't be on edge. He wouldn't be mad or anxious or feeling some type of way because they disrespected him. Okay? Because right now he's on edge and he's anxious and he's upset because he's still going through, he's still not feeling good. Okay? So if he had given medically assisted treatment a try, right, then he could have probably still been on the right track. Okay, so getting on medically assisted treatment is not just changing addictions, you guys. Okay, for people like Rabbit, people like me who have struggled for many years to try and get sober and have not been able to maintain or obtain that sobriety, it can be a literal life-saving tool. And so this is my suggestion. My suggestion is he would get on Suboxone and then find a recovery house that he can move into, work for Joe, and go to meetings and get into therapy. I bet money if he would get onto maintenance medication and get into therapy and find a sponsor, that his life would change 100%. Hey, Julie, he would be able to have stability and support in his life, and he wouldn't be fiending out, right? He wouldn't be fiending out for drugs every day, okay? So, and I think that this kind of is a last resort, Brian, because I think that he's tried to get sober many different times and he has not been able to do that, you know? And so, so he said, he said that the 6-month long program he went to wouldn't allow Suboxone. Okay, CG. So if that's the case and they wouldn't allow it, now that he's left that program, this can be an opportunity for him to start over, get on maintenance, get a sponsor, get into therapy, get back to work for Joe, and watch. Sometimes it takes what it takes. Sometimes we got to go into the treatment center, walk out and leave to realize that we don't know what is best for ourselves, right? When I left treatment, I was in treatment for 30 days. I graduated the program, right? I'm having the same issue. My doctor, Lindsay, with for that. Blood pressure and is not needed anyway, and works great for the edge. Yay! That's awesome. Hey, Billy, what's up? I just noticed it was you in here. I'm not trying to get everybody to go get on Suboxone, you guys. Please don't get it twisted, okay? I'm sharing this with you guys because there are many people who watch my channel and people out there who have tried everything to get sober. They have went to meetings. They have went to treatment 7 or 8 or 10 or 12 times. They have done everything and they have not been able to do it. And so I am a huge advocate for maintenance medication combined with therapy and a recovery program. And so that is what I would do if I was Rabbit. If I was Rabbit, I would get on maintenance. I would get into some therapy. He can get all this. He can get state insurance in West Virginia and get all of this affordable, okay, affordably. And it will work for him, okay? Yeah, totally. And I think some people hold on, guys. There's something, my computer is like pissing me off right now. Hold on. It's like it's not about like, oh, well, that old way of thinking that like abstinence is the only way, like that's so old school. Like we are literally in the middle of a opiate epidemic that's killing thousands of people every day. Okay. People are dying of fentanyl overdoses every single day. And so and here's the thing, you guys, like, okay, I just saw Brian's comment. Brian, okay, let me talk to you guys about something because I know some of you guys are new and I don't want anybody to get offended. And here we don't like shame each other for being on a certain levels of medication, okay? Whatever milligram of medication that a person is on, like Julie, that's perfect for that person's body. Some people's body needs different amounts than other people's. Believe me, when I first started on my maintenance medication, I was on 12 milligrams of Suboxone a day, and I probably could have gone up, you know. The 24 milligrams is the ceiling amount that your brain gets to that reaches a ceiling, okay? The legal amount that can be prescribed to a person is 32 milligrams, okay? So that's 4 times 8 is 24. So 8, 10, yeah, 5 times 8 is 40. Anyways, 32 milligrams is the highest you can go legally with a doctor, right? I just don't want you guys to shame each other. If you're on 200 milligrams of methadone, what we're trying to do here, and Brian, I'm not getting on to you or anything. I just want you to know so that way you'll know, okay? Just remember, I'm here to help everybody, and I don't want anybody to ever feel like uncomfortable or anything like that. So let me share something with you. Let me get this stupid screen off the. Yes, I want to quit. Okay. Hold on, guys. Yes, my son. I don't know, Nate. Damn it. Why is the screen in my... Can you guys still see me? Oh, yeah, y'all can. Okay, good. So whenever we're on a certain amount of medication, it can be easy to like think that everybody else should be on that amount of medication. So I just don't want to ever feel like, and when I say something, sometimes I catch myself doing the same thing, you guys. There's the Facebook link, you guys, if y'all want to come on Facebook, because it's glitching on YouTube and it's doing that for everybody. Sometimes I catch myself saying stuff like, when I was on a high amount, and I'm trying to retrain my brain to not say that because I don't want anyone to ever feel like everybody's different. So that's what I'm trying to say. Anyway. Mom, I have to tell you one thing. Hey, I love you too, honey. Is this fine if I tell you? What? Well, new item shop. Okay, all right. You're doing a great job, Julie. You're fine, girl. You're fine. Like I said, everybody's body is different. So I just don't want you guys to. I'm even trying to retrain myself to get away from saying like higher or lower or you know what I'm saying? Just like Dr. B, he's trying to teach people and teach me. We have to get away from calling ourselves like, hey, that's just an addict over there. We are people who struggle with substance abuse disorder, okay? And so instead of calling ourselves addicts, you know, we can say, my name's Nicole and I'm a recovering addict, but it should be, we should start referring to ourselves as, you know, human beings, people who suffer and struggle with substance use disorder. So we're just trying to get away from these stigmatizing words that we all use. You know what I'm saying? So here's the Facebook link if y'all want to come over there if it's clearer. So that's me too. 12 milligrams. By the way, I need to holler at you later if you're able. Have to find counseling and I don't know how to go about it. Okay, I got you. Sure, Billy. Text me. Heroin isn't a thing anymore. Rabbit is doing fentanyl. Hey, let's talk about it. Well, fentanyl, then he's even more of a perfect candidate for maintenance medication. So I agree. I've always thought no one needs meds because I got off everything in a week. I have learned to open my mind to a lot the past 10 years and realize it's not my way or the highway. Brian, I was the same way even before I got on Suboxone. And let me share something with you guys. So the reason why I was like that, you guys, is because that was the only way that was ever taught to me. Okay. When we are only taught one way, then of course we're going to be biased to that way, right? And this goes out to anybody out there who's watching from Facebook, that's in the recovery community, because a lot of you guys are on Facebook and you're in recovery and you do it through a 12-step program, an abstinence 12-step based program. Hey, Amy, what's up, girl? Which I commend you. Like, dude, that is amazing. Like, if I could have done that, I would have done it that way. Okay. I tried. That's why I got on Suboxone, because I had tried everything, you know. When you're only taught one way, this is the analogy I'll use for you. So when you're growing up as a kid, right, you're raised strict Catholic, right? You go to Catholic school, you go to mass, you know, up and down, Catholic, 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 right? And then you get older, about 17, 18 years old, and one of your friends invites you to their invites you to their Pentecostal church where people are, woo, and dancing and having the Holy Ghost and doing back handsprings and all kinds of shit, right? And you're sitting there and you're Catholic and you're like, this shit is wrong. This isn't right. This isn't right. Of course you're going to respond that way because that's the only way that you were taught was Catholic. So when you go into a Pentecostal church and people are doing back handsprings, talking in tongues, it's going to scare you and you're going to be uncomfortable. And so your first reaction is to say, that's not right. That's what has happened in the recovery community, is that all these people all over the world have only been taught one way. And so when us people, the MAT folks, Suboxone, methadone, have come on the scene and we've started sharing our stories and not being ashamed and helping other people not feel ashamed, then the people that are abstinent have been going, well, wait a second. You can't say that. You can't say you're sober. You can't say you're in recovery because it's not the way that you did it, right? And so believe me, you guys, when I first started telling my story on Facebook, you would have thought I fucking took a shit on stage in front of everybody, because damn near half of the recovery community lost their shit because I was calling myself sober and saying I was in recovery. And I was sharing a message of hope. Okay. I was sharing a message trying to inspire other people. And you would have thought I just killed somebody. And it was because I was doing something different. And so recovery from addiction, it doesn't matter how you get there, it doesn't matter what you're doing, you know. And today I have an amazing life that I'm so grateful, and I'm able to help people, and I'm able to do videos with you guys, and we have a community, you know, and we don't judge each other no matter what. That's why I want you to know, like, I love every person that's in recovery. I love you no matter what way you got sober. Okay, I don't care if you're on maintenance. I don't care if you're utilizing marijuana maintenance. I don't care if you're a religious person. I don't care if you're a 12-step person, a smart recovery person, a refuge recovery person. I don't care if you don't even do a program. If that works for you and you have been able to change your life, be happy, joyous, and free, I support that. I support that. Okay. So well, the reason why we came on here tonight was to talk about that option for Rabbit and how, I really think that that would help him so much if he could utilize maintenance medication, get into therapy, and get some support. He could live his life, work a job, and we could literally he could document that. Joe could document his his recovery on APS, and they could be open about it and not ashamed. And you know how many people that could help going out to the millions of people that watch his channel? How many people out there that are addicted to heroin, addicted to fentanyl, addicted to opiates, who have been shamed and told that if they utilize Suboxone or methadone, that they're not in recovery and that they're still getting high, and compared it to doing heroin. I saw somebody in the comment section over there saying that basically people on Suboxone are still on heroin. And I just thought it never ceases to amaze me, the stupidity that comes out of the internet, you guys. Again, here's the link to the Facebook page because I know it's glitching here on YouTube. Thank you. God bless you. I was just thinking about that. Hey, Watts, what's up? Oh my gosh, hey Sean, I didn't realize that talking about After Prison Show was going to bring so many people to the channel that were saying that Joe's a scammer. Listen, you guys, like, I don't know what Joe does in his personal life or what he does with any of that, but what we're here talking about is we're talking about recovery from addiction, and we're talking about the option of Rabbit getting on medically assisted treatment, getting into therapy, and getting on a recovery program, and then changing his life. So that's what we're talking about. We're also talking about how when you go to treatment, it's not always going to be fun and games. And, there's going to be a lot of people at the treatment center that you don't like. Okay, let me tell y'all a story. Because the reason why, Nicole, you have got to talk to Rabbit. It's a must. This would help him so much and help the stigma at the same time. I wish I could talk to Rabbit. I have met Joe on Instagram. Y'all already know I have. I've even emailed him, okay? But he hasn't responded. And I know that people probably share my videos to him. Hey, Kirsten, what's up, girl? I guess so. So, has Courtney Falcone? No, she had to cancel because she had to go to do her college classes, Kirsten. I was so excited to have her on, but she called this morning and had to cancel. I know, Bobby. You got to come over to Facebook. It's not me, it's YouTube. They've been doing it. Here's the link to the Facebook group, or to the Facebook broadcast. So I just want you guys to know, like, I'll say this again, like, I do not hate Joe. I love watching After Prison Show, and it's because I get invested in these guys. And so I want Rabbit to succeed. But I would be lying to you if I didn't say that I was upset. I was upset. Who's Rabbit's girlfriend? He has posted on his Facebook in a relationship. Sean, I have no idea. So I was sad when I saw that he had left. So let's talk about that. Let's talk about Rabbit talking about the disrespect, okay? Let me just share with you guys my experience. I have been to a treatment center where, let me tell you, the first dealing I had with the counselor. So this last time I went to treatment 5 years ago, I walked into my first group and I was hysterical. I was crying my eyes out. Now you guys got to remember, right? My son had just gotten taken away from me, and he was in Child Protective Services care, right? And so I walked into the group and I was crying. I was crying, and I was like, I miss my son. I was just saying how upset I was. And the first thing the counselor said to me was, "You're a drama queen. Just stop. Because if you really were a good mom, you wouldn't be here. Good mothers don't use drugs, with their kids." which she was right. I wasn't being a good mother. That was the first interaction I had with the counselor at this treatment center. And it pissed me off. It pissed me off real bad. But I didn't walk out. I didn't leave. I didn't leave, you know why? Because if I left, that was going to ruin all my chances of being able to get my son back. So I stayed and I worked through it. And because of that, now I'm 5 years sober. And I have my son back. And I've had my son back for over 4 years. Exactly, Kathy. Exactly. So you're not going to walk into a treatment center and they're not going to say, "Oh, hi, sweetheart. Hi, baby." That's not how it works. You're going to walk in there and you're going to get the harsh reality of your situation. You're going to get told the truth about yourself. When we're in active addiction, we are selfish, self-centered, and self-seeking. All we care about is me, me, me. We hurt all the people in our path, our friends, our loved ones, our significant others. We harm everybody because all we care about is getting that next fix. And the reason why that's all we care about is because our brain has been hijacked by substances. We're no longer thinking like the Nicole we were when we were 5 years old. We're not the same CG that we were when we were a kid. Our brain we've been taken over. It's like we're possessed. Okay? Possessed. A lot of people don't understand that. And that's why, like, if we have to start treating addiction like it's a disease and not a moral failing, okay? A lot of people would say, well, Nicole, Rabbit just needs to white knuckle it and will himself into sobriety. I promise you guys, I bet you money if Rabbit could just himself into sobriety, he would have already done that. Okay? Hey, Nicole. Hey, Nikki. So I'm telling you guys, like, these are things that we have to start thinking about, you know? I wish if I could have blinked my eyes 5 years ago and been sober and not had to go through all the heartache and misery that I went through, I would have done it. Do y'all want to know how many nights I prayed to God to take my addiction away? To just heal me. Please, God, please. I promise. If you'll just help me, I will never do this again. You know? I will change my life. That's a bit harsh, but that's what they have to do to weed out the people that are just not ready. Hey, Mom said. And, you know, I've also been to places where I had to like get up in front of people and like share things. You guys, I've been to places where it was basically like behavior modification. Okay, so I've been to some hard ass places before. And then I've been to some places that were amazing. But they were both amazing, just different kinds of treatments, you know? It does not work that way, you know? And listen, if somebody prays and a miracle happens in their life and they are the obsession to use has been lifted to them, like, listen, you guys, I'm not like a real religious person, but I believe in God. And I believe that miracles can happen. And I know, listen to me, I tell you guys this all the time. The fact that I'm not sitting here shooting dope in my neck is a miracle. Hey, tighten up, Joey Watts. What's up? It's a miracle, okay? And a lot of people would say, well, Nicole, you're on Suboxone. That's why you're staying sober. Let me just share something with you guys. Just because I'm on Suboxone doesn't mean that I don't still think about using drugs. Oh, 1,500? Okay, baby. I was a person who shot methamphetamine, cocaine. I ate Xanax bars. I drank alcohol. I smoked. I was addicted to multiple substances at the same time. And so, yes, Suboxone helps with cravings for opiates, but it doesn't help with cravings for Xanax or methamphetamine. It doesn't help when I look myself in the mirror and see how much weight I've gained in my sobriety. And I think, I could shoot some meth right now and lose 20 pounds in one day. I have learned how to cope with triggers. I have learned how to work through my cravings. Okay. I have learned how to come on here and tell on my disease. I have learned to snitch on my addiction. Okay, I don't hold it inside of me anymore. I don't keep it a secret because secrets are what keep us sick. I come on here and I tell the whole world when I'm struggling. I come on here and I share. I thought about getting high today. Can y'all believe that shit? And then we talk about it. We talk about, why did I think about getting high today? Was it something or something that was done or someone that said something to me? Or am I just having a bad day? Am I stressed out? Am I overwhelmed? Am I anxious? What's going on inside of me, right? Thanks, Anna. Ann. Sorry, I thought I saw A. Oh, I see who it is. Hey, Ann, what's up, girl? But y'all hear what I'm saying? Like, I don't just sit here and say, oh, I'm on Suboxone. I'm going to stay sober. I could go out and shoot fentanyl right now and be high as hell. I don't want to do that today. I want to stay sober. I want to live my life in recovery. I want to help other people. I want to be a better person. One of the things that my sponsor told me early on is that I had to seek recovery. I had to go after it and find it and seek it. And so that's what I do today. I go out and I seek recovery. I seek support. Drug use and genetics and environment all make everyone's journey to recovery individual and unique. The underlying circumstances must be dealt with to lead to lasting recovery. Absolutely, Shelly. You can call me Watts. It's whatever you feel. Okay, Watts. I wish it was that easy. Me too, girl. You guys, I wish that I don't wish away my addiction, but I wish it had been easier for me to get sober. I wish I hadn't lost so many years, in my active addiction, but I can't go back and rewind time, but I can utilize my experience to help other people. And that's what I'm trying to do now. I'm trying to utilize my experience to help Rabbit and help Joe to be able to help his friend. And so if I were Joe, I would sit down and I would have a real come to Jesus meeting with Rabbit and let him know, you know what? This is the last time I can do this with you. The rubber has to meet the road and we got to get serious. And either you're going to make changes in your life or I'm not going to be here to support you. And Rabbit's going to have to buckle down and take this seriously and not just run away when he gets uncomfortable. When things don't go Rabbit's way, he can't check out. Just because somebody says something like at the treatment center doesn't mean you leave the treatment center, Rabbit. That's not how it works. That's not how real life works. What happens if Joe tells you something to do on the job and you don't feel like doing it? Do you just walk off the job? No. You push through and you do that job. You get it done. Okay, I just got y'all's request and I approved them. So anyway, that's my suggestion to Joe. So if you guys can get this video over to After Prison Show, Joe, so he can see it, and hopefully that Rabbit can call me, I'll do anything I can. Like I said, we here at Real Talk Recovery, we will bring Rabbit into our inner circle and we will support him, won't we, guys? We will help him any way we can. Now, does that mean we're going to give him money and all this stuff? No, that's not what it means. It means we're going to support him. We are going to support his sober journey and we're going to help him on that mission. Okay? And so that's what recovery support is about. It's not about paying for somebody's treatment or paying for their first month's rent. The person that is like seeking recovery has to get to that point where they start making their money and making their own decisions and doing that on their own. When I first got sober, y'all, I walked everywhere I went. You know why? Because my driver's license was suspended and I didn't have a car. So I had to take my little boy, put him in a stroller, and walk everywhere I wanted to go. When I wanted to go to a meeting, I had to line up a ride ahead of time so that way I could make it. I went to 3 meetings a week when I first got sober. So here's the thing. What I'm trying to say is, if you want to get sober, you can do it. If you want to get recovery, you can do it. But you have to work for it. It's not going to be something that just happens because you blink your eyes and look pretty. It's going to take a lot of work and dedication. Okay. So, okay. That's right. We can't help people that don't want to help themselves. And so we have to put the effort in, you know what I mean? We have to put the effort in, and we have to like actually take initiative and do the right thing. And so when things don't go our way, we have to face them. Okay? We have to face them and push forward and move through that. Okay? Hey, Chronic Cuddler. He has walked off multiple times when they did the flip house. Well, that's another thing. Okay, so if Joe's allowing that behavior, he's just I saw that video. I saw that video where he left the flip house and then he didn't go back for like 2 weeks or something. And then okay. If Joe keeps allowing him to do things like that, he's not being accountable. And so that behavior is just going to keep on repeating itself. Like in the real world, you can't walk off your job and keep your job. You know what I mean? And so that's enabling him. That's hindering him from recovering and reaching his full potential because he's allowing him he's enabling him to do bad behaviors, you know? I've almost taken myself down trying to help someone that really didn't want it. Oh, I know how that goes. Oh, it's okay, Courtney. You guys, it happens to the best of us whenever when we're in our active addiction, we're going to make decisions that are not always good decisions. But one of the things that I can tell you guys this, when I was in treatment this last time, I was sneaking Xanaxes into the treatment center and they caught me. They caught me red-handed, right? And they were going to kick me out. I worked my ass off to prove to them that I was serious and that I was sorry and that I was going to do right. And they didn't kick me out. Okay. And they gave me another chance. You got to work your hardest to show us that you're serious about your recovery and for yourself. It's not for me. It's not for Joe. It's for you. It's for you and your recovery. This is your life. Either if you want to live the rest of your life in active addiction and not have shit to show for, I mean, that's on you. But if you want to live happy, joyous, and free and actually have a life and be successful, then recovery is the way to go. And yeah, so that's my 2 cents on the rabbit situation, you guys. Y'all, I knew I had to come on here and talk to you guys about it. For those of you guys that don't know what I'm talking about, go to the beginning of the video and watch it because we talked all about what's going on YouTube. But it's some YouTube stuff that we all watch the same channels here. But anyway, I really thank all you guys for coming out and hanging out with me tonight. Thank you to all my Real Talk Recovery patrons and you guys know who y'all are. Everybody that has a wrench in here is a patron of mine, and they support the channel monetarily with Patreon donations. And so I really, really appreciate y'all for doing that. If you want to join my Patreon, it's only $2 a month, and I just linked it in the comment section. It's $2 a month, and we go live. We do Zoom meetings every Sunday at 7, and we just started reading Codependent No More by Melanie Beattie, and so we just got through the introduction, I think. So we'll be on chapter 1 this Sunday. So if you're somebody who it's like, whoa, Nicole, I'm codependent, and you're wanting to change that and learn how to not try to control other people and only take care of yourself and not drive yourself insane anymore, like, you seriously should join us. Like I said, $2 a month, and we're doing once a week, Sundays at 7, we do Codependent No More study. So, girl, it is so, we have the most amazing group of people on Patreon. Now I'll tell you guys, I'm gonna lie to y'all, there's about 50 people up in there, but there are a lot of people in my Patreon, but not everybody is coming to our meeting. So let me show y'all. Well, there's 49 patrons. Not everybody is making it to our patron meetings. And so if you are a patron and you're not coming on Sundays, I mean, you don't have to come, but if you want to come, that's what we're doing. We're doing it Sundays at 7 p.m. Central, which is 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time and 6 or 8 p.m. Eastern Time. Oh my God, Sonia, I know. Listen to me, you guys. I'll be back in California in a couple months. I promise you, Sonia. And this time I'm going to stay for 2 weeks at least. So that way I can actually do stuff with you guys there. Wish bi-hourly. For what, Billy? Oh, okay. Oh, I'll have to put it over there on your side. Hold on, Courtney. Let me get it to you. Let me get over there on the Facebook side. And like I said, it's only $2 a month, so I'm not over here breaking the bank. I'm not trying to take advantage of anybody. That's not how I roll, okay? It really is just a way for you guys to support the channel and get involved with us every Sunday. So I do a lot of stuff that is just straight up free, so don't feel like you can't, if you can't do it, it's okay. You know what I mean? We do have free recovery support on our Facebook page, and we have free recovery support on Hangouts and Discord. So I try to make sure that we have options for everyone. And so, yeah, I really appreciate everybody. Like, it confuses you, Anne. Why? It's really easy. You just get it. You have to download the app on your phone. And so let me show you guys something. So I don't think a lot of people realize this, but I have over 300 videos here on my Patreon. They're all in here. And I don't know if you guys have watched any of them that are my patrons, but it's all in here. So yeah. It's just an option. Let me tell you all what else we got going on. So today is Tuesday. Thursday, if everything goes okay, Amy is going to be here Thursday to tell her story. Let me get her TikTok. Amy is pretty cool chick, you guys. She has a TikTok, and her TikTok is Amy is sober. Hold on. There she is. And her story is like so inspiring. Very, very inspiring. She's going to come share her story Thursday night. And there we go. Well, Anne, if you want me to, I'll help you figure it out. You'll text me on the Real Talk Recovery line. If not, it's okay. You know what I mean? You don't have to join. But if you want to, text me and I'll help you figure it out. There is the TikTok for Amy. Amy's going to be on Thursday. She has court tomorrow. So if you guys don't mind, say a prayer for her because she has a court date and she's really nervous about how it's going to go. So say a prayer for her because, well, we want to say a prayer because we're selfish over here and we want her to be here Thursday to tell her story. Amy, there she is in the comments, y'all. Courtney was the one that was above her. She was going to come on tonight, but she had to do her college stuff, you guys. And so here's the thing. Just so you guys know, if you ever say you're going to come on my channel and then you can't make it because of something that happens, I'm not going to be mad at you. I understand. Like, the only time I'll ever get upset is if you like make like 5 times you say you're going to come and then you don't show up. But the first time, it's okay. I understand. You know what I mean? It happens. Like I've had commitments where I was going to go on people's channel And then I had something come up with my little boy and I felt so bad. I was like, ah, you know what I mean? So it happens. It happens. It happens. Hey, what's up, Cricket? Yes, we're all praying for you, Amy. And listen, Amy, we know you're going to be okay, girl. She had texted me today and told me about her going, and I said, uh, "Do you have anybody that you can take with you that can like say and vouch for you?" I cannot tell you guys how many times like I've wrote like statements and letters for people that I have worked with to help them when they go to court, because when we get sober we change our lives, you know, and we become better people. And so a lot of the times if you're going to court, if you have charges, and you will show the judge that you've made changes, if you're working a program or you got a sponsor, you're going to church, you can go in front of the judge and have people that will help you and say, hey, she's changed her life, I can vouch for her, and maybe that will help you, you know. And maybe they can just give you community service instead of locking you up. It's all good, Courtney. I totally understand. Walking off my job when I get pissed, but not getting fired. Billy, I wish I could do this. Oh gosh. And listen, anybody out there that's watching from Facebook, I'm always looking for people to come share their stories. And like I support multiple pathways, you guys. So if you're somebody who wants to come on the channel and you're on medically assisted treatment, come on down. If you're somebody who is in recovery and you use medical marijuana, come on down, baby. I want to put people on the channel that can share their story, because guess what? There's going to be people out there that can relate to your story. Okay. There's people out there right now that are saying, I love watching Nicole because she's doing the same thing I'm doing for her recovery. She's on a maintenance medication and she goes to Mara, and I'm doing that too, and I can relate to her. Or they'll be watching somebody else that is utilizing medical marijuana, and it helps them, and they can relate to that. So, you know, like I was saying at the beginning of the video, we get stuck in one box because the only way we've ever been taught to recover is one way. For many, many years, 50 years or more, the only way that's been taught in recovery in treatment centers all over the United States, all over the world, is the 12-step abstinence-based recovery model. And so when you have people that are coming up and they're sharing their testimonies and they're pioneering the way for people after them. So we are a whole group of people who are pioneering and showing people, hey, guess what? We're living our lives, and we're living in recovery. We're doing the next right thing, and we're utilizing different pathways to recovery, and that's okay, you know. And so I'm so grateful that that things are changing in the recovery community. I'll tell you this: here in Arkansas, we still got a little way to go, but I'm working on it. I am working on it, and I will not stop until I get to that point where we have established and where we have acceptance and people support multiple pathways. Because it's one thing to say you support it and then really not support it, and that's kind of like what goes on, especially here. People will say that they support it, but they really don't. They really don't. I know, Kathy. Y'all, Kathy says, I volunteered to come on, freaked out, canceled. It's okay. It's okay. Okay. It happens. It happens. Um, it totally happens. So anyway, I love you guys. I just wanted to come on and do our support meeting tonight, talk about what happened with Rabbit. If any of you guys are struggling, you can reach out to me on that phone number right there, or you can call me at 1-800-779-4715. Or you can email me or text me, whatever you feel like more comfortable doing. Like I said, we'll be live tomorrow night at 7, and then Thursday at 7 with Amy, and then Friday for our Mara meeting. So I have an in real life Mara meeting here in Little Rock Friday at 5:30, so I might be on a little bit later than 7 on Friday, but I'll still be on. Yeah, so I love you guys. Thanks for everything. Thanks for supporting my channel and believing in me, you guys. And we're really just moving. The channel is growing. It's every single day new people are finding us, and it's just a miracle. Every time I go on and read y'all's comments, I sit here in my bed and I'm reading comments, and I get so happy because I never ever thought that I would be able to help anybody. I never thought that I would be able to do anything like this. And so every day that I'm able to make a difference and help any of you guys is just such a big deal to me. And so I will never stop thanking all of you so much for believing in me and supporting me in my recovery, because it helps me every single day. Every day that I wake up and I look at Real Talk Recovery and I hear you guys, I see you guys talking. I see you guys helping each other. I see you guys going to Mara meetings together. I'm just like, this is really happening. This is really happening, and I'm just so grateful. I am just so grateful. And I'm so happy because my mom and my dad, I know that they're proud of me. Finally, an embarrassment, or I don't make my family ashamed. I can actually do things for my mom and dad now. I can actually help my family and be of service to other people. And I never would have been able to do that, you guys. If Nathaniel hadn't gotten taken away from me, I would not be sober today. And so I just really want you guys to know that it took me losing my son. It took me losing my son to get sober and to get my life together. But now I'm never going to stop. I'm never going to stop doing what I'm doing. And I'm never going to stop fighting for equality and recovery and support for all people, no matter what pathway you choose. And so I just want you guys to know, like, you guys have changed my life. Real Talk Recovery has changed my life. I wouldn't have any of the opportunities I have if it wasn't for this channel.
Mom,
and so I realized that.
I just wanted the easiest match.
You
this
did.
Person was like shooting when I was trying to shoot me. It was like.
Will you come say hi to everybody? This is the reason why I'm sober.
I had a Ryder shotgun, and I just walked forth, and I just did, and I won.
You did.
I was like.
I am so proud of you. Okay, you guys, y'all know how I am. I'll be all in here crying my eyes out. I love you guys. I love you. Cricket, I'm proud of you too, girl. We got to get together and hang out. A lot of people from my Facebook or from my real life that I have either been to treatment with, or we are friends like from when we were in high school. And so it's also such a blessing to see people. Brandon, I can't help it. To see people from my past and for them to know that, I'm not the same person that I was. You know what I mean? Because I made a lot of mistakes when I was in my addiction, and I hurt a lot of people. And I realize that. And I don't want to hurt people anymore, and I don't want to disappoint my mom and dad. I don't want to hurt my family. And that's one thing, you guys, like, I think a lot of people think that because somebody has an addiction that they don't have feelings of remorse. And that is the last thing. Like, I truly feel bad for the things that I did. I know I hurt people, and I know I fucked up, you know what I'm saying? I hurt people that I loved. And so I try to go back and make amends to people and make it right. But, it doesn't always happen that way. So this is like my living amends, is having this channel and being able to support people is my way of like showing and getting back forever, because I don't ever want to go back to the way I used to be. I don't ever want to go back to sticking a needle in my arm. Oh, when I think about it, I just think about how bad my life had got and how I can't believe that I let it get to that point. But that's the thing, even me saying that, I had no control. So of course it got to that point. There's this delusion that we have some kind of control and that we're not letting things happen. And I hear people say this, all the time, like, oh, well, I didn't ever use a needle because I didn't let it get that bad. Well, honey, you were just blessed because you were never, you don't make the choices. Addiction makes the choice. So, okay. Y'all know I'm going on a tangent. I love you guys. See y'all tomorrow night at 7.